Alright everyone, what is going on and welcome back to today's video. In today's video we are back here with episode number 26 of the Outer Worlds playthrough. So we're here in our ship at the moment and I've decided to kick this episode off. I'm going to attempt to chat to all of my crewmates to try and gather more quest lines from them. I think that'll set us up in a good position for wherever the hell we're about to go exploring. Getting quest lines for them. I think I definitely haven't talked to them enough. So I definitely need to talk to them and assemble some sort of quest lines between all of them. So that's what I'm going to do. I did Pavati at the end of the last episode. If you were tuning into that, you'll know that I said at the end of the last episode I cut it off before I talked to her, but I accidentally went into conversation with her, and I don't think there's a way to exit conversation in this game. So I just stuck it out, and she just gave me a quest to do on the Groundbreaker. So I'm going to try and do that with the rest of them as well. I got a quest here as well, accidentally too. To go talk to Ada about him. But first of all, we will talk to all of our crewmates, and that's what we're going to do to kick this episode off. Thank you guys for clicking on this, though. If you do end up enjoying it, please make sure you leave a like, drop some notification bell. Also, make sure to come check out my Twitch stream. Link in the description down below. I'd love to see you guys there. As for what we'll do afterwards, I'm really not sure. We might go ahead and stop in at the next main area, or we might go and do some more side stuff across the galaxy. I don't know, but we'll see. Otherwise, let's start talking to people. We'll start with Max. I think Max, out of all of them, will be the one who has nothing for me, because he already has a quest. I just didn't do it, so let's see.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
I like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story? I wanted to ask you about that book. Does it have something to do with your religion?
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's Philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
A vicar searching for a banned book sets a bad example, doesn't it? Yeah.
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal.
Let's talk about someone else.
Yes?
What else does he have? Remind me, what are your thoughts on Philosophers? Let's talk about this personal quest of yours. What's your story? I might as well ask that.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Weren't they proud you became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right? That's a convenient way to control the masses. Besides the grand architect and the plan, what else do you believe? Yeah, I'll ask that one.
Scientism, as its name implies, believes that nature abhors equality. The strong survive, and the weak perish for the betterment of the whole. And reason, not emotion, is the seat of all morality. Wisdom means accepting the vicissitudes of life with grace and dignity.
Now that's a religion I can get behind. Screw the weak. That sounds like a cruel belief. Yeah, I'll say that's up on.
I prefer to think of it as looking at reality for what it truly is, not how we'd like it to be.
Alright.
Yes?
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me. Well, this is all just character building more than quest giving, so I'll leave that there, even though we're not exactly done.
To get Zora and Sanjar in the same room.
Alright, let's talk to Ellie.
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Why'd he say that?
Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is.
Phineas is trying to do good for the colony, and I want to help. I don't know, I've just been going along with him for now. He's paying, that's enough for me. Yeah, I'll say the bottom one.
That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
Power scene goes down, we all do. I'll do what I can to fix it.
Guess I hadn't looked at it that way. Still, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
Might as well aim high. I'm not going to become some corporate lackey. Fair enough.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
Thanks for the advice.
Don't mention it, just speaking from experience. Anything else?
What do you think about Zora and Sanjar coming to terms? If we're going to work together, I'd like to know more about you. Yeah, I'll ask a couple things.
And a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
Do you have much experience contracting out with other captains?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
You're right. You weren't joking about being a pirate.
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
Wait, you want to look like a pirate? Your casual outlook on legality.
Gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. Maybe a pair of earrings? I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
Sounds reasonable, yeah.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
I was hoping to know something more personal.
Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it.
Where are you from? How'd you get into this line of work?
Aw, come on. That stuff's boring.
You're deflecting.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance.
Let's get back to business.
No complaints here.
I don't need to ask her about that. Alright, let's try Nyoka next.
Hey, Cap.
You getting along with the crew?
Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything.
Who's Opal? I don't have Opal on my team, so I think that's a bit of a a mistake on the coding behalf. I don't know. I'm not pushy. Talk when you're ready.
I will. Hey, Cap.
Alright, she's got nothing to say right now, maybe because Opal's not here. So really the only person who actually has something for me was Felix, because he literally said, hey, we gotta talk, so let's go over to him. What's good?
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Is this about Graham Bryant?
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Don't go looking for role models, Felix. You just asked him to be lied to. He was sorry for what he did. I'll say a top one, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Sure, for the right price. Graham wasn't the one who killed all those people. Never.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Right, so he didn't really have anything to say either.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Are you going somewhere with this? That's cute, Felix. What's her name? Yeah, I haven't said that.
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
This obviously is important to you. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Thank me later. Alright, there you go. So that's everyone.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
I do have a quest to talk to Ada real quick about... Does it come up here? Yeah, it does.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells. Welcome
Yes.
back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's
The
closet?
unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains.
Alright, talk to you later. Let's go see what's on that terminal. Maybe this is the last companion we're looking for. We just have to bring him back to life or something. Because it is a companion quest, so I don't know. Oh, that was some accidental press. Alright, what do we got? The marker's telling me to go up. Still the acid seeper. Oh, we got an achievement, one for all, is it? Yep, it is our last companion. There we go. Sam.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to would you like to...
Yeah,
Registering new owner. Captain!
welcome to the crew,
SAM
Sam.
units live to clean and clean to live.
Yeah, right. I'll take it. There's our last companion sorted out. I doubt he might, like, end up giving us quests eventually, but I'm not really sure. Either way, so we have... so Byzantium's on Terra 2 as well. Yeah, right. Well, Scylla was the quest for Felix. While I remember, I was just thinking about that before, actually. Let's sort out drugs out. So that's Byzantium. We got the Groundbreaker. That's also the Groundbreaker. We have 3 quests on the Groundbreaker, actually. I kind of want to cross them off the list before I do anything else, so... That's probably what I'd want to do. Where's that? That's on Terra 2, Edgewater. Okay, so we got 3 quests on the Groundbreaker, so I think we could do that. We'll go over there next, cross those 3 off the list, and then I think we'll probably end up touching down on... I don't know if I'll stick out all side quests this episode, just cross every single one of them off, and then get into Terra 2 next episode. Depends how long it takes, but we'll definitely go to the Groundbreaker, so obviously I'll get over there, get loaded in, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, we're here on Groundbreaker. We got 3 tasks, obviously. You can go talk to Lilia, go find this science weapon, and buy some resources, like some bathing resources for Parvati. That was the quest we ended up getting from her. She just wanted some clean herself up to talk to Junlai. I don't know why. It's a bit of a strange request, but it's a quest, and I will not shut her down for it, obviously. I think otherwise, most of the side quests we've found around here, we've done a reasonably good job with. Do I have to buy it off her? It's not very good, is it?
It's almost time for today's episode of the Chair. I think I got just the thing.
Never mind, this is, what's her
2
name's
years back,
quest?
Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Rosius, when it comes to romance, you can't go wrong with the classics. How about mock apple? You got a preference? Yeah, I should probably ask her.
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my...
I guess you could eeny miny...
Take your time, dear.
We'll go rosish.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Yeah, that's all.
Anytime, sweet.
Speak to Parvati.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe.
So there's your soap.
Thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Alright.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure...
Alright, so now we gotta go back, for her, we gotta go back to Monarch, which is where we just were. The logs on Hawthorne's terminal mention rumors from the Groundbreaker of a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details can be found on the station, and other of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Galady's shop for old records. Alright, so old records is what we're looking for. Right? I apologize for that delay, but I know what I'm looking for now. Quests. I'll take both of them then. There you go. I think that'll cover what we're looking for. Said to review it, so let's quickly... How would one review these things? Inspect, right. I'm about as lost as anyone, honestly. Review the Hephaestus mining archive on Hawthorne's. Oh, we have to go back to the terminal. Okay, well there you go. So, no stress just yet on that. That leaves us with one quest left, which is to return to Lilia, who is just up here. And then it's back to the ship. I want to do all these, but there's just going to be so much jumping around, teleporting and all that, that I just don't think it's really what I want to do in video. So maybe I should do it off. After this video, I'll go sort out all of these little outlying shit quests. I don't know, maybe I'll save them for after the series is done. I really don't know, but for now, let's do something we can do.
Make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Very interesting. You're not the only one who enjoys the finer things, Lilia.
You know what? Fuck it. Enjoy yourself. I invest in the happiness of my workers, and you deserve a bigger cut. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
In case you're curious, no one was following. Do you always send your first timers into... I'll say that.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Could have sworn one of them winked at me. Depends on what you mean by strange.
Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just point like innocent little idiots.
That sounds utterly insane. Could have sworn one of them winked at me.
I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
You doing okay?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. They're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
Just point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
You're being cryptic again. Wink, nod.
Glad we understand each other. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Not a problem. Anyway, so that's this cleaned up. Obviously got multiple new quests tied in from our original one. Can't complain. Gives us more to do, and that's what we like to see, getting the most out of our game. But yeah, we're done here. Which kind of leads to my next point, which is what I was trying to say before. What do I want to get up to? We got main side quests, which we'll obviously do right now. Like, we'll go back to the Groundbreaker and we'll check Hawthorns. I mean, there won't be anything important on there, so I really don't even have to include it. But wherever that takes me, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. I might even end up doing the Ice Palace, or I'll go do something else as well. I don't know. But for now, I think I will clean up a companion quest to end off the episode. Like, we'll go do one of them. Which one? I don't know. But for now, I will ascertain whose companion quests I'm going to pursue. Figure that out. Teleport over there. And once I've sorted all that out, I'll come back to you guys and we'll finalize this episode up with finishing one of those companion quests off. I know there hasn't been much in this episode. A lot of talking. But that's kind of what I wanted to do. And even if it's not greatly beneficial, I feel like it is still important enough to put in a video. But with that said, I'll come back to you guys once I get established and figure out what I want to do next. Alright, we are here on Scylla at Harlow's base, which is Felix's quest. And that's what we're going to look into. Whether we can actually get in there or not, that's a complete different question. And it turns out there is a science weapon here as well. I just wanted to confirm where on Earth that would potentially be at. It seems it's here, but it's inaccessible from this specific area. So we'll have to teleport to the other side, but we'll do that after. We're going to finalize this episode with doing this quest
you,
here.
Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Felix Millstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? Alright, go on through.
Fair enough. Alright, here we are. Let's see what this is all about. Mr. Harlow. It's clearly not the way. This looks like the way. Might quickly steal their terminal logs, might be useful. Nothing. Alright, just in case. Thought I'd have a look.
Been ages since we had a call. No freighters, no job.
Yeah, nothing there really. Anyway, let's talk to the lad.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man? I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. That's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix is family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
How long is that going to take? We've got places to be. Tell me why you're here. Yeah.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test, then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me. You expect me to just hand over my own crew? Go fuck yourself. Good luck, he's the least reliable crew on the ship. And he's the reliable on the ship.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Alright, we'll take care of it. There's more to this than you're letting on. I'll ask Felix, yeah.
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
Alright, if Felix believes
we
we
get rid of
should.
this traitor for you and I'm in? I mean, assuming I want it.
We're building a new world together, Felix. You'll want in. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
I should go. Yeah, that pretty much summarizes everything we need to do here then. I think that covers it. So I'll leave the episode off here. As I said, a lot of talking this episode, but that's okay. It had to be done eventually. Thank you guys for checking this video out. If you did end up enjoying it, please do make sure you leave a like. Drop a sub notification bell. Also make sure to come check out my Twitch stream. Links in the description down below. I'd love to see you guys there. Otherwise, I am quite happy with the progress there. We'll obviously start jumping around planets doing more side quests in the next episode, I assume. But until then, I'll leave you guys to it. Thank you for checking this one out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.